Well, let me make a prediction. You're spending too much time on social media, and the downside to this is robbing you of time to actually invest in work that you actually care about, regardless of its nature. And the crazy fact is you don't even intend to spend so much time on social media. You basically just click the Facebook icon, and before you realize it, you've spent 2 hours on Facebook. And so you desperately need to regain your control. So in this video, I'm going to share just 3 tips that are going to help you limit your time spent on social media. German. Sagun. And just in case you're wondering how much trouble I go through shooting at home, look who popped up. Well, dear. Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Simon, a medical student at the University of Zambia. So before we dig deep into the 3 tips, the first question you should ask is, why is social media this addictive? Well, the shortest answer I can think of is dopamine. So when you're doing anything that is pleasurable, that is listening to music, eating your favorite snacks, watching a movie, or even getting into the nasty addictions such as substance abuse, pornography and stuff, the thing that makes these activities pleasurable is that they stimulate the release of a chemical called dopamine in your brain. Now, I do not want to bore you with all of this science stuff and whatever, but what I just want you to understand is when you're on social media, when you're going through watching videos, you see somebody has liked your picture, or you see some arguments between celebrities and stuff, so you get some small releases of dopamine in your brain. Now, because this is pleasurable, continue scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. Before you realize it, you've spent hours on social media that you actually did not even intend to. So this is a very big problem if you think of it, because almost everyone, me inclusive, has been a victim of this kind of time wasting. So the first tip is to get some assistance from other apps. So my favorite 2 apps are App Detox and OneSec. Okay, so to illustrate, this is my screen. The 2 apps that I'm talking about are here, App Detox and OneSec there. So to start with, let me demonstrate for App Detox and how it works. So for App Detox, basically you can create rules. So I deleted all the rules so that I can use this for demonstration. So you can add rules on the plus sign there. So you can add any app that you think is wasting your time that you want to detox from. So I'll just choose Facebook there. And there are a lot of ways that you can restrict your use of Facebook. So the way I used to use this mostly, especially when I was at school, now this is a holiday, I used to use for specific day times, as you can see that option on the first there, and usage time on the third. So I'll first demonstrate for usage time. So you can set the amount of time you want to spend on that platform for that specific day or for that week, but I usually used to like it for the most optimal for me was per day. So I would just literally I would spend 15 minutes of Facebook per day maximum, and then you go next. So that's a rule which has been created, and the moment that you open the app Facebook, it's going to show you Facebook 15 minutes remaining. This actually means that after 15 minutes of use on Facebook, it is basically going to close automatically, and it is not going to allow you to open it again until it is the next day. And the other good way that I used to use App Detox is to use the other option which I talked about. So I can create another rule for the same Facebook again. Now, mind you, you can mark as many apps as possible here, the ones that you think are wasting your time. So for specific day times, so this is very much personal. You can put all days if you want this rule to apply on all of the days. So I personally like to put the interval 21:45 to 09 hours because I never wanted to spend time on social media after 21:45 because that would cause me to sleep late, and at 9 hours because I had some of the most important tasks I was doing in the morning, so I made sure that I would not open social media until it was 9 hours. So for illustration purposes, let me just say this is 14:01 as you can see on the time. So let me just put the actual time as starting at 14:01. So I've created, so the interval there, because it's 14:01 already, meaning I'm already in the restricted time. So this time when I try to open Facebook, it's going to refuse to open. Even when I get tempted to open Facebook maybe late at night, or to open Facebook early in the morning instead of doing something meaningful, it would not it would not open, as you can see from this. So you can play around with that app and make sure that you find the best rules that apply to you and your schedules and how busy you are. And if the app Detox, because it was not supported for some of my friends on some of my friends' phones, so you can search for other alternatives. I don't know of any currently, but you can search for other alternatives. There are a lot of apps there that would work in a similar manner. I found this app really helpful in terms of limiting myself, as in limiting the amount of time I spend on social media. And then for the app OneSec, I think is in the trial phase for the Android, but it's working smoothly for those who are using iPhones. But the way OneSec works is for the apps that you add. If you try to open those apps, it's going to delay you for like I don't know, 5 seconds to make sure that you are opening that app intentionally and intend to spend that time on social media. So it gives you enough time to decide you really want to start using social media or you just clicked the app mindlessly. So it's a good way, because most of the time you just click on social media apps mindlessly, and before you realize it, you've spent hours on social media. Okay, so the second tip is to actually plan out how you want to spend your time. It is not enough to only know what you have to do without actually planning and making actual time blocks on when you have to do those. Of course, things don't always work according to plan, but making a schedule is going to be very much helpful if you are to use your time wisely. And this is going to make sure that you don't use that time for social media. And you can use anything to schedule actually. Personally, I like using Google Calendar because I can sync it across my devices, especially at school, because I could schedule my daily tasks maybe on my laptop or on my phone, and I could access them on either devices. Okay, so tip number 3, and the most important now, I need you to get me right here. You need to develop self-discipline. You know, all the other 2 tips that I shared here, the apps that you're going to use, let's say for example app Detox, you can easily pause app Detox, or you can even delete it from your phone if you don't have discipline. So those are just there to assist you to make sure that you're not falling into the temptations of drowning into wasting time into social media. But it is up to you to make the self-discipline that you're going to stick to your schedule. And even when you make your schedule, you can easily postpone. So it is going to take you actual true discipline to follow those rules. And those 2 tips are not going to do you a lot of help if you are not actually trying to cultivate self-discipline. Alright guys, that is for today. I hope you liked this video, and if you did, remember to subscribe, like and share this video with a couple of friends. Alright guys, see you next time.